Welcome to Sneakers and Stogies, and I think this is a quick, episode in between episode 4 and 5. So this is probably gonna be the real 5. The New Year's episode, the yearly review episode, was really that ending episode that we needed. But this episode is more or less
An awareness
to COVID. Paying respects to people who've passed this past year and this year coming up, and a short little episode because we got a quick few topics where you get your story that we want to talk about. I celebrated a birthday this week.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Landon
birthday,
Strange.
Yes, Landon Strange.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I know everybody knows the name now. But thank y'all for the birthday.
Don't nobody else call him that.
Somebody gonna call.
Shush. You see that door? You see that door outside the camera? You go. This is a sisterly thing, brother. Sisterly thing. So we have fun. Shout out to Alabama for winning.
Alabama boy
Walk the floor with them.
walked the floor. They was pounding like they were getting paid bounty.
Shh. You know that.
They were playing like how the Saints were playing when the Saints was doing that bounty. That's how they was playing when Brett Favre was getting toe up.
Rest in peace, Brett Favre's legs.
Boy, that's how Alabama was playing. I like football like that.
Football, that was the best football I've seen in a while.
Bro.
But also, this big blockbuster trade for James Harden.
Y'all missing the biggest thing.
Well, no, James Harden was one of the biggest because niggas is getting free car washes for the jersey.
Y'all missing the capital.
The capital.
Oh, the capital. Trump supporters.
Well, we already talked about, we're waiting to see if they're going to do something later. We already talked about
So we going to wait until we see what happens on the 20th? Oh, okay.
Because we've already talked about them on the day it happened.
Oh, yep, you're right.
We talked about the day it happened because we have the episode. It's up, but it's not. It's up and it should be running.
Okay,
right
take
now.
this part out then.
But the biggest thing, Trump got impeached.
Oh.
By the House.
Again.
The first white man to get impeached by the House twice.
So is our tax dollars going to be paying for him now or still?
I don't know. He going to jail.
He got to go to jail. He can't go to Switzerland, so at this point.
Exactly.
Like,
who that want him got a warrant out for his arrest? Iraq?
Iran. I think Iran wanted to. Like, this man here.
Trump, I pray for you. Hope you
doing more than me.
Look, Trump.
I treat him like unseasoned chicken. I throw that
Trump
shit to the
shit
side.
for me. No prayer, no nothing.
Whoa, that's not the godly thing.
The Lord.
He's not a godly man.
Exactly.
True. You supposed to pray for your
Call yourself a
enemies.
Republican.
He was. I'm a knee slap.
Hopefully, this teach Americans not to, vote for no celebrities that don't know the judicial.
This ain't the first time.
You forget America voted Ronald Reagan
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
for sure.
I'm talking about president.
And Ronald Reagan was for sure president. He was an actor. Let's get that shit straight.
He was.
For sure, watch the documentary because that shit, even though it missed on some real good parts, it did tell.
I heard the documentary was really good.
It's really good. Like I actually got it on my stuff just to watch it. But
yeah, he called me tripping on some shit.
I was watching till 4:00 in the morning. You got me fucked up. But this mini episode is really for a demo that we ain't seen her in some months. A month or two.
About a month.
Literally a month today. Literally a month. But it's been a while, and you experienced something that I'm too paranoid to deal with, and I'm making sure none of my family get it. And our Travis is being safe here. He works in the medical field. He's a first responder dealing with people, healthcare wise and everything like that. So you dealt with something that's very important, and I feel like you should let the world know how important it is from your perspective.
No problem. So I made the decision to go to California to visit my family.
Before everything happened? Before they went and shut down, right?
This was right when their shutdown happened. So I'm thinking, California shut down. I'm not going to be going anywhere. I'm going to be safe. But then my uncle passed away.
Send the condolences.
Thank you. So as soon as I flew into California, I went straight to my uncle's funeral. 2 days later, I started having tightening in my chest. So I didn't think anything of it because that's just stuff that, me personally with my health issues, that's something that I already go through.
Of course.
And then I started losing my voice while I was in California. So this was I already started peeping game, and then I started finding out family members that I have been around, just chilling in their house. supposedly already had it. But everybody's coughing, and my little cousin Little, she's 5, she's had a runny nose, and she's laying all up on me and coughing on me. So then I get back to California, I get back to Houston, and I'm feeling fine, and then the next day, out of there. I'm not feeling like I had aches, like I had never had body aches like that. It was hard to drive. Like it was to the point where like my body like was giving out while I was driving. And it was just like, I've never dealt with anything like that before, because if you're driving, you're supposed to stay awake and stay alert. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't, my body shut down. I couldn't even stay alert. I had to pull over and get myself together. So I'm like, that's weird. Then New Year's Eve hits. I can't, like I'm in my bed all day. Don't understand what's going on. I'm just tired. I'm jet lagged. Like everybody be trying to pull me left and right as soon as I get back to Houston. And then New Year's Day hits. People are calling me, trying to wish me a Happy New Year's. And I can see the message, but it's just like my body was so tired. Very next day, my throat is hurting. I'm constipated. I have congestion. My head is hurting. It was just very bad. And I'm still thinking like, okay, I have the flu. Like, it is what it is. But the next day, I have congestion still. And then by this time, it's like, what, day 5 or 6 of me isolating on that Sunday. I have congestion still. And next thing you know, I'm starting to lose my sense of taste and smell. So I'm like, okay, this isn't right. Let me go get tested just because, you know, at this point, like as soon as I started getting sick, I called Cordero and I was like, you know what, bro, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm going to isolate until I know what's wrong. And I feel like that's one thing that people don't do, because everyone's like, oh, it's just a little cold. It's just a little bit of allergies. Like today I went back to work for the first time and somebody was coughing around me and they're like, it's just allergies. But at this point now, I feel like nobody should take that chance and no one should say it's just allergies. If you think it's just allergies, just go get tested just to have that peace of mind. Because I didn't do that, but at the same time, I decided to be responsible enough to self-isolate before I knew what was wrong. I get tested. My mama calls me that same day. She's positive. So off rip, I already know what's going on. I'm positive. So then that's when I announced to my friends. I waited 6 days to announce that I had COVID because me personally, I was very embarrassed and I felt like people were going to talk down on me. And I've seen it happen before. I've seen people catch COVID and people treat them like they're just...
the plague?
Yeah. And I actually had to go through that. Like, luckily for me, nobody talked down on me, but now that I'm better, I just wish people would be more alert that when people are going through this, they're going through something very mentally challenging. My love language is physical touch. I love being around people. I love bringing light to people. So when I'm going through 2.5 weeks to almost 3 weeks, not seeing anyone, and my first day out, people are treating me like the plague, it's kind of hurtful. And I want people to understand, like, your loved ones are going through something. And when we get that negative test, that is like fucking Jesus. Hallelujah. I screamed. I ran outside with no mask on. Like, I was just, you know.
You better put that damn mask on.
Oh, no. I'm talking about I ran literally outside and ran right back in the house and closed the door. And, like, it was challenging. It was bad. But I would literally urge people, do not get back around your loved ones until you have a negative test. Which, at the same time, was hard for me. Do y'all have any questions about that?
Why was it so hard for you?
I told you, I'm one of those people that I feed off of making people happy. Mm-hmm. And I also, like, it brings me, like, physical touch or being able to, like, just do this to you. Like, just doing this to you, like, I get, like, a surge through my body because I haven't touched anyone for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
I guess being an only child, I don't know that feeling because I'm more of a homebody and I don't mind being around. Oh, no, I don't mind being at home, but just the fact that, like, I can't even be around anyone physically. Like, I'm just used to it. I'm sorry. I have a little brother. I have siblings.
I'm sorry, Jake. Fucking
Jake's annoying. Like, I get some people can be alone. I can be alone, too. But
you have to have somebody to be around.
Yeah, it ain't.
I understand.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm sorry.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I understand.
Somebody get Jake away from me, please.
For real, Jay looked at me like, bitch, please.
We gonna keep it real on here.
Oh no, I'm keeping it 100. Like, it was hard for me, like emotionally, mentally. Like, it was the hardest thing I ever had to deal with.
And I understand, like, but you feel a lot better, like, and I guess
My face was swollen. Like,
oh, you had the puffy cheeks. Oh, I'm sorry, but no,
Jake dropped that. Jake dropped shit at my door and did. Like,
yeah, I kicked your door and ran like nigga, like.
At least I dropped the stuff on the patio and screamed Damo and walked off.
Fuck that shit.
yeah, Cordero physically saw me.
I sprayed Lysol on that shit before I even came here.
I had to make sure she was up because
She was up. I heard
I
her
was
feet.
working. Yeah, I was
Her
working.
feet was moving.
And luckily, I still had a job that let me work from home while I was sick.
That's a blessing because most people can't even get that now in this economy. But my other question, like I said, this was a quick show. Like you gotta go, and we've already filmed the New Year's episode, which y'all should check out. So check it out. But what was the thought process when you first found out? Like, what was your first immediate response? Like, how did you feel the second you?
Guilty.
Why?
Because I was around like loved ones. I was around like my best friend Dazzy. I went over her house. And
Shout out to Dazzy.
Shout out to Dazzy.
Dazzy
But
to
Dazzy
go.
lives with her 95-year-old great-grandmother. And like her great-grandmother got mad at me because when I came over, I had my mask on and I did not take it off. Because it was just like something in my spirit. Like I was feeling fine, but it's just like with COVID, you never know. You never know, like, because you can have no symptoms. And that's the part that I want to urge to people. Just because you don't have any symptoms does not mean you're not sick, does not mean there's anything not wrong with you. Because imagine if I didn't wear a mask. Imagine if me and Dazzy didn't Lysol ourselves down before we walked in and before we walked out. Like, just imagine if I would have listened to grandmother talking about, you don't need no mask in here. Like, I felt guilty. I wasn't around a lot of people, but like the few people that I was around, if something was to happen to them, I felt like just because I was so selfish enough to want to see my loved ones, like it was just a regular year. And that's one thing that I had to learn. This isn't a regular year. We're in a pandemic. And I'm sorry it had to take me to go through that to realize that, but I'm about to be safe. Like, I'm not playing with y'all at all.
Not this year, not 21.
I already told my family that if COVID is still a thing and if I'm not vaccinated, I will not be spending the holidays with them this year.
That's fair. I mean, you have to look out not just for them, but yourself as well.
Yeah, I ain't playing with them.
No, not this
I'm
year.
getting the vaccine soon.
I am too.
Hey, I'm here for it.
You getting the vaccine?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Are you getting the vaccine?
If healthcare allows it, I will.
It's free.
Oh, it's free?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just got to schedule an appointment.
I'll schedule an appointment.
He said if healthcare allowed it, this dude.
Yeah, because you know what? Shit.
He don't want that vaccine. He don't
I don't do
like
needles.
I don't like needles either, Jay. I'm with you on that. But what I went through, I never want to go through it again, and I don't want to put anybody through that.
And especially every trip I took a 2 weeks off quarantine.
And you also got to remember, like, I hang out with T-Raw, DJ T-Raw. He has asthma.
Boy.
I have asthma. And that's another reason why I'm starting to think maybe that's why I had it so bad. But I'm grateful I didn't have it bad enough to go to the hospital.
That is a blessing. Because I know friends that have lost their taste buds. And I know eating without taste is horrible.
I lost my appetite for 3 days. Now I got to bulk up and gain the weight that I lost. I'm already skinny. I don't need to.
I mean, you could buzz it and
Shut up. Hey, check out my busted challenge my own way. Thank you.
No. No.
I'm on TikTok now, guys.
That's what she's.
That's what I did during quarantine. Goddamn
She
it.
got on TikTok a year later.
Hey, she's on it. I'm just here to watch at this point.
I've been on TikTok since February last year.
You got it. You about to be your TikTok, you know. That's on you, man. Couldn't be me.
Big facts.
But thank you for having the joyous time to spend time with us for this.
You guys are the first people besides my coworkers that I came to see. I saw y'all before I saw my man.
Just put that out there. You know, he was actually with us on our season finale episode in the background.
For sure.
But you just want to throw that out there. Cool, that's cool. But we don't give him a shout out to. Shout out Worm.
Shout out to Worm. That steak better be amazing.
Exactly. Looking like the... Oh, what's that name?
Make it medium rare.
No, what's the dude name that he looked like?
The YouTuber.
Yes.
What's his name?
King Batch.
Yes.
Shout out to King Batch.
Looking like King Badge out here serving you steak. You better make that video work.
King Batch, next episode, I'm on your ass for that with Salt Bay. I'm on his ass.
Okay, so
roast session.
But yeah, you ain't got no questions about COVID?
You know, like Jake said, I'm a first responder.
You already know what's up.
Yeah, I have seminars like every Friday. Matter of fact, tomorrow I have a seminar about the vaccine.
Let us know about it, cause
it's really for people 60 and up in the DC area, because all my patients are in DC.
So your patients are the people that's dealing with the Trump supporters outside, doing dumb shit.
Oh yeah, one of my patients, he said he's in an apartment in between two Trump supporters.
Oh,
he hasn't been out his house since the Capitol.
Oh, stay safe.
Stay safe out there.
For sure, stay safe and pray for everybody. I pray for, and I'm immune. Yeah, my antibodies is good. So
then sell them.
So before we, we
sell
sign
your antibodies.
No, I'm already.
You get paid for that.
Look, we are since Damo did that, is about to get on the road and leave us. Forgot, we about to sign out. This is YouTube blank Landon Strange.
Damo did that. Oh, my bad. Look,
go ahead, go, ladies
Damo
first.
did that. The Crop Top Bandit.
I'm Trey Miss Primer if you nasty.
And we're signing out.
Yeah.